Only vote at your own polling station, that is, at the polling station indicated on the ballot paper received by you. If for some reason you have not received the notification, you can inquire about it from the election service number 0800 94770. At the polling station, this is what you have to do. 1. Present your ID to the election officer. They will look for your name on the electoral roll and give you a ballot. 2. Go to the polling booth with the ballot paper. The booth has a pen and you can check your candidate's number from the combination of candidates list on the wall of the booth. If you need help making a vote, an election assistant will assist you in the polling booth. 3. Use the pen to mark the number of the candidates you want to vote for on the ballot paper. Remember, do not write anything else on the ballot paper. 4. After marking the number on the ballot paper, fold it so that the number remains inside the fold and cannot be seen outwards. 5. With the ballot paper folded, go to the election officer in charge of the ballot box. They will stamp your ballot. 6. You will then drop the stamped ballot paper into the ballot box. You can then leave the polling station. Pretty simple. Remember, on the election day, the polling stations are open between 9 a.m. and 8 p.m. Also remember to follow the COVID-19 safety guidelines for voters as instructed by the Ministry of Justice. Note: voting is not only a right but a duty. This information is provided by the Ministry of Justice Finland, supported by Municipal, Affairs RU, Heed Finland, and proudly brought to you by Nana TV International. For us, by us. Finland's municipal elections, our election. Let your voice be heard. Welcome to our special event. This is the 15th of May 2021, live on Nana TV International. We are multi-streamed on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, and we are affiliated in Canada, Japan, UK, Ghana, and Cameroon, respectively. So wherever you're watching us from, many thanks for your time and tuning in to watch our show. This is the municipal election here in Finland, Kaikkien Vaalit, who is whom, and this edition is brought to you by Nana TV International, supported by Moniheli Aru, and in collaboration with Heed Association and Affairs Association. My name is Nana, and being directed and produced by my producer extraordinaire all the way in Canada, Mr. Ben Carson, for doing this for us today. I'm also here, not here alone. I'm going to do this with my co-host. This is a person that I fell in love with his personality, his smartness, and of course his intelligence, always ready to help anyone who is willing to study and make life a meaningful one. And I'm talking about none other Lukumani Idris. So I'm going to introduce him pretty much shortly, and all honorable to be candidates in the house. It's going to be an exciting moment. And you, our viewers, I do not take you for granted. It will be an opportunity for you also to send in your questions to the candidates. And of course, also your comments, very, very much important. And I'll read them all out for you. Why don't you invite your friends and let's make this a great time here in our studio. So it is for the municipal elections coming up for 13th of June, and the advanced voting is already coming up 26th of this month. So I encourage that very much. So I go straight to my candidates and of course my honorable co-host. Welcome everybody on Nana TV International's Who is Who special edition, Kaikkien Vaalit. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the floor. Welcome, everybody.
Thank you.
Hello, and thank you very much, Nana. Good to be here.
Yes, right. So I'm going to introduce soon-to-be elected councillors for our municipalities. Their numbers are out, so now it's more official. There's no turning back. There's no going back on this one. So this is it. This is the moment. This is it. That this is the time that for you to also make sure that you go out and vote, and let's make our municipalities great as we always want it to be. So going straight ahead, let's start the show let me introduce my co-host. As I said, he studies Masters in Strategic Business Development at the University of Vaasa. He recently conducted research on immigrant perceptions on municipal elections. Interesting, and has also been on the forefront to question the motivation of politicians and the policies for internationals. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us all the way from Vaasa, I give you my honorable co-host, Lukumanu Idrisu. Luku, say hello to our viewers and the rest of the candidates.
Hello, everyone. I'm very happy to be part of this program, and I'm highly honored to, collaborate with Nana to interact with potential municipal councillors. And I believe you play a very key role in our day-to-day activities, especially issues regarding residents. So I'm very happy to interact with you to know your intention and how you can practically kind of execute that for the benefit of our residents. Thanks so much, Nana.
Thank you very much, Luku. We're so pleased to have you with us. Now, introducing our candidates in an alphabetical order, ladies and gentlemen. He studied agriculture at the university and grew in music as a result of his father's role in a church. Later got a job as a teacher in Kelda, Mansala. He's currently working with HNMKY in childcare. Don't worry, I'll let him explain. He served as president of the Benin community in Finland. He's a motivational speaker, a very good one at that, and training to become an ambassador for the disabled in sports here in Finland. He's running for the municipal elections under the ticket of the Christian Democratic for Vantaa municipality. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Felix Ajay. Felix.
Yep.
Say hello to the rest of the candidates.
Honor for me to be here today, and thank you, Nana, for invite me. My name is Felix, like she said, and I'm going for this election because I found out we must be intact everywhere and bring ours and make solutions together with native. This is why I'm going.
Yes, thank you very much. And also just to let you know that Felix is not a English speaker, so we are just going to, I'm going to take really my time. He's going to be like the baby in my hands today. So I'm going to take it very cool with him because he's not English speaker, and I admire your bravery, Felix. Welcome once again. So moving on, with an MSc in economics and engineering, a qualified senior accountant. She has experience in investment banking and worked at Nokia Finance as well. She owned a headhunting and recruiting firm in Espoo for 5 years, currently working as the financial assistant in Helsinki. She's running for the municipal elections in Espoo from the National Coalition Party. Kokomus, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Gabrielle Fodor. Gabrielle. Stage is yours.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Nana. I'm really happy to be part of this program, and I would like to say hi to everybody from beautiful Espoo. And I'm here to make this beautiful international Espoo even more international and more easy for us international talents. So I'm really, really excited.
Thank you very much. We're excited to have you also. Moving on quickly, with bachelor's degree from University of Yaoundé, Cameroon, worked in a law firm. She's currently doing a master's in international business law under the tickets of the city party Keskusta in Vantaa for the upcoming municipal elections. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Georgiana Forsan for the Green, for Keskusta. Georgiana.
Thank you very much, Nana. Hello to my co-speakers. Hello to the viewers. I am the famous Georgiana Fossa. I am actually excited to be part of this long-awaited show. It is always a pleasure having Nana TV International, or to be part of Nana TV International. So thank you very much, Nana, for always giving us that honor to show up ourselves, on the media. Thank you so much. And let's see what we have.
Right. Thank you so much, Georgiana. Honored to have you as well. Moving on, he's lived in Tampere for nearly 33 years. a reserve deputy member of the Municipal Council and a vice president of the Immigrants Council. He has background in nursing and has studied programs in leadership and considered as an expert in Finnish affairs. Interesting one. Running for the 2021 municipal election under the ticket of Social Democratic Party, SDP, all the way, Tampere. I give you, ladies and gentlemen, Mahmoud Makar. Please take the stage.
Thank you very much. It's very pleasure to be with you. And I think this is the time that you can be as an equal human being in Finland. It has been a long time that we are just looking from out the windows. Now we need to be players, not only just looking at supporting. And thank you very much. And I hope that you get the chance for that.
Thank you very much for your time here. Now we're moving on. He hails from Midlands of England and lives in Tampere, a forest scientist by training, PhD in public policy with interest in community affairs. He's currently researching community guarantees and how they can benefit rural communities. Interesting, and has carried out research in the UK, Finland, and Thailand with good cultural competency. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Green Party in Tampere, running for the municipal elections, I give you Marcus Pett. Marcus.
Thank you very much, Nana. And it's great to be here, as many others have said. And it's great to see other people here. We really need everyone to participate. And that's what I hope that this session can do. We can be interesting and we can interest you. So if you're not a candidate this time, you could be next time. So please think about that.
I like that. Thank you very much. And of course, last but definitely not the least, one of the favorites of all, he is a prolific human rights activist, chairman of TSRY, Turun Yhteis Kunnalliset Silan Rakentajat RU. I'll let him explain that in English. 2017 New Citizen of the Year, Kunya Kirja from Turku, Junior Coach of the Year 2014 on athleticism at Turku Urheilu Liitto. Kindergarten teacher by far, the best since 2014, now running for the municipal elections for the Left Alliance all the way in Turku. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Paco Diop. Paco.
Very much. Thank you very much, Nana, and hello to everyone. Before I start, I would just like to take this occasion to send my support to all the people, the civilians that are in Palestine right now that are having really, really hard time, you know, and this is a platform from where we can build bridges. This is a platform from where we can give people hopes. And that's what Nana TV does the best. That's why, you know, I am really, really pleased to join you guys. And I really hope that we will be talking about things that matter and that will help people to go and vote, because that's what it's about. Thank you, Nana.
Right, thank you very much. I understand where it's coming from, and I know it's coming from a right place as a human rights activist. So now we're going straight to the question, no time to waste. I go to my co-host, and he is going to start with the questions, and we continue from there. Luku.
Hello, yeah, thank you very much, Nana. I go straight to the point. First, I targeting my question to SDP and then Left Alliance, because your parties have portrayed or presented themselves as having immigrants at heart. However, since you took government, that is the coalition, including you, you have nothing to show when it comes to the plight of immigrants. Example, the problem regarding the crisis of immigrants when it comes to the labor market, especially with the talent we have, is unresolved. Yet we still cry of labor shortages in the country and the intention to import foreign talent. Can we say that your agenda for immigrants and their representation is nothing but a facade? What's your take on this, SDP and Left Alliance?
So from SDP, we have Mahmoud Makau, please.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your question. We are living a very hard time now because everybody knows that we have Corona, which is taking a lot of lives and destroying the economy everywhere. If you are talking about politics, I'm not here to defending the social party. I'm here to defending our human being right to be an equal human being here in this country. I am not the voice of my party. I'm the voice of my heart and my mind. Because as a migrant, I want to live as an equal human being here in this country, that I can work, support myself, support my family, to feel that they respect me, I respect this country, and we can join and work together. If we are looking now for the difference between Social Democrats and other parties, I feel that there are more humanities in the party, that I can build some kind of bridges. First, the social parties, they recognize me as a human being, that I can live here in with my family. I can be here in Finland. I don't need to be afraid that they will kick me out one day. It's like give me a little bit peace of mind. This is the first. Second, when we are now we are building the things. It's one step by step. If we are looking for the pyramids in Egypt, we need to be a strong land. Then we start with the first stone. When you have the first stone, is very strong, that you can build the pyramid. So now we are maybe in the middle or under the middle of the pyramids, and I hope that we will get to our aims together by the Social Democrats. Thank you.
Thank you, Mahmoud Makal. So for Left Alliance, we have Paco Dio. Paco.
Thank you, Lukumanu. You have, your question is really, really important, and I think that it's a subject that we cannot avoid. But in your question, you have used a word, facade, and even though I understand your worries, and I can imagine, that many people, immigrants, are in some situations that are really difficult because of their skin color, because of their language skills, because of their formation. They cannot, be in the same situation than many others, and that's not fair. So I'm really concerned about it. But we cannot say that this government, the actual government that we are having, they are not trying to do something about it. In fact, a lot of researches has been done. We know we are now capable of seeing that, for example, in Helsinki, 2017, the rates of immigrant people, 2019, the rate of immigrants people that did not have job or were looking for job compared to the so-called native of Finland was 21.3 compared to 8%. So since that we are now, there are people that have in mind trying to make some researches and trying to bring solutions, as there has been a lot of rahoitus hanke, that are willing to do the research and try to help the immigrants to get job. But if we want to go to the details, that I will be really pleased to say why actually the situation is a little bit problematic. And we cannot avoid saying also that there is a part of systemic racism about in this situation. Systemic racism is something that it's a fight that we should all do together. It's not just the government. The government can start doing some things, but we know that there is also, when we talk about government, there is also opposition, and the opposition also is not making the job easy for them. We talk about also the employer. The employer need really like some kind of formation, anti-racist formation, so that they can really take people to work regardless of their ethnic background. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for your answers. Then moving on to Gabriela and then Georgina, as well as Marcos, your parties have also supported the increase in the import of cheap labor, which I believe is a threat to the bargaining power of the unemployed immigrants we already have. What are your take on this personally?
May I start?
Gabriela, yes, please.
Yes, so in the Kokomus party, everybody is equally fair, and we would like to give everybody the same rights. And at the moment, I am very happy to announce that we are launching International Kokomus, a local member club for international people, non-native speakers, to people who are interested in politics, who wants to speak up, who have issues. They can contact us and they can speak English language, which is more easy for them. We are trying to integrate all international talents who are already living in Finland because we need them. For Kokomus, it's very important that the economy is strong. And we need entrepreneurs. And we know that international people are willing to start enterprises. And we want to help these people. So now we are in the right track, in my opinion.
How can we trust you in the sense that in the previous government, your party was a core part of governance, and when it comes to the plight of internationals, it wasn't really looked up to. It wasn't a priority. So now, if you're telling me this, how can we trust you on this, Gabriela?
I think it's a learning curve. I think it's getting more and more obvious for everybody, not only for Kokomus, but for the other parties, how important it is to concentrate on those people who are already in Finland, how important it is to make them feel more integrated, to give them the possibility to get job and to sustain their own lives. So I think we are now, we put this in the focus.
Okay, putting that in the focus, but the last question for you again is, if you have not worked on the people who are already here, I mean, immigrants, talent who are already here and are struggling to get the opportunities, how then do you support the import of others who will then come and then make the system more messy and then kind of negatively affect the bargaining power of the already unemployed immigrants we have?
Because I worked in this field also, so I could see, I have to refer to Paco's sentences that the employers have to change their policies too. Sometimes they are the ones who are dictating what kind of workforce they want to. And that's why we have to change the system in every level. And importing talents is important as well, because as you know, as you notice, not everybody can do those jobs which are, in the tech industry or something. Employers have to go and look far away for these talents. So we have to let that happen too. But we should not forget that we have a lot of very skillful people in Finland, and we have to acknowledge their degrees, their education, and make it easier for them to integrate.
All right, thank you. Can Georgina go on with my first question?
Thank you very much. Well, what I'll say is that, just like Gabriela said, Keskusta handles or promotes equality between everyone, meaning both those immigrants already in Finland and those who might one day come in under the banner of cheap labor. So I think the problem really doesn't lie at the external. The problem is we need to try to locate where those within can fit in, and wherever it is lacking, we import others to fill the gap. The truth is, here, the problem I would identify here is the fact that people are being made to work in places where they actually do not belong. You have educated people with master's degrees in many other things, but they are working in different services like the post service, doing cleaning jobs. Meanwhile, maybe in the agricultural sector, we lack those people. We'll be seeing everywhere that, yeah, there is crisis, for instance, in the nursing, in this. There are nurses, qualified nurses, for instance, who are just doing the practical nurse work. And we are crying that there is we have crisis with crisis of nurses. Yes, we have the practical nurses, but we have the crisis at the level of the nurses, for instance. We have qualified nurses. What do we do? So let's get those things those already qualified nurses need in order to be able to do those same jobs in the hospitals as the real finished nurses. Then, at that level, whatever is lacking, we can now import the cheap level. Trust me, there is a place for everyone. Once there is life, there is a will.
Okay, is it not ironic that especially in your government, that was the previous government, in which your party was the leading role in governance, had a lot of negatives when it comes to the plight of immigrants, or maybe even foreigners here in Finland? Of course, you know, that was the reason why, or one of the reasons why they had a lot of, they didn't get the vote, or they lost a lot of votes in the previous election. So what are your the learning curve or lessons learned as far as some of your policies were concerned in the previous elections or in the previous reign? And how are you as an individual supported with your individual kind of agenda internally by the party?
Well, actually, what I would say is that I won't go comparing what happened in the yesteryears with what is happening today. The fact that we believe in change and all of what we are preaching, I know change is coming. Maybe I am going to be that person to stand and ensure that the change comes. We could be preaching certain things, but we need the actual practice of such things. That is just what is lacking. And I know Georgiana Fossa is that person to encourage or push that force so that those things are actually implemented.
Okay, Marcos, can I hear your part?
Yes, certainly. Thank you, Lugo. I would say it's a wicked problem. So there's many aspects to it. And it's easy to hide behind, well, we're on a learning process, or let's forget the past and kind of ignore it. But we have to look at what's happened in Finland to create the situation that's now leading to this problem. One of the problems is that immigrants will find that the legal system isn't serving them the best. So if you look, for example, at who's coming as cheap labor, I was eating in a Thai restaurant today, and there were many Thai people who come to pick berries. Now they're coming from a long way away, Thailand. They're not even coming from Ukraine or Russia or Estonia and nearby countries. I've picked berries with them, and I noticed that there were very few Finnish people there. And when I asked a little bit more, I discovered that the way that the contracts are structured, the Thai people are on a very bad contract. Whereas if you were picking apples, you're on a completely different contract. So that favors people to pick apples. So this makes a block on immigrants who live here wanting to take those contracts. So then the employers, in order to dodge treating immigrants properly, bring in immigrants who don't know. They don't speak the language, they don't know the culture. They're just told, pick loads of berries and you'll earn some money. Some do, some earn good money, but quite a lot do not. And there've been lots of scandals around that. So that's the tie. Now you might think, well, that doesn't apply to other industries, but sadly it does. Talk to academics who are immigrants. Ask them if there's a glass ceiling, how high they can go. And there's a glass ceiling. If you talk to people who are working in creative industries, so for example, in Tampere, we had the film Iron Sky made. One of the leading people that did that said that they used a lot of immigrants to make the film, but the way they wrote the contracts didn't recognize their creative input and their creative right to royalties. So again, there's this loose legislative environment that causes a problem. So that needs to be worked on. Some of that's a government level and some of that's the municipal level. So at the municipal level, I want to see that strengthened with us calling out the bad employers. I want to see us stop giving contracts to people who are employing people in that way. So if we're going to say, well, we want to employ a nursing firm, then I want to know what the nursing firm is doing. Why are they not recruiting locally? I myself put myself forward to be a teacher, to teach English or German, which I can do. I wasn't called once, but friends of mine who were Finnish were called. Now, if they watched that narrative and go, well, look, there weren't enough teachers, we've got to bring them in. There aren't enough nurses, we've got to bring them in. Then, of course, if they play with that structure in that way, that's what they do. So we have to change that dynamic. All of us now who are standing have some kind of immigrant connection. So by us standing in the parties, we can start to transform that and have those conversations and hopefully influence people. Do we need to have barriers? Well, in some cases, we can't put those up. There are European laws about posted workers. We can't just say, well, we don't want them to come, because that's a European level. We have very little power at the municipality to stop that. And we don't want to encourage racism, so we have to be careful about that. Now, the last thing is, I would say they've got many immigrants who are not properly integrated. We've heard Georgina talk about, we have people with master's degrees and they're working as cleaners or service level jobs, and it's not respecting their educational backgrounds. So we have to find a way to make those people go along a life path that allows them to realize their talents. You yourself have worked doing research, and you must have seen incidents where you think, well, this is crazy. This person's well educated. Why aren't they doing this job, or why can't they get a job there? I certainly have experienced that. I know artists, for example, and what they find is when there's a show being put on, certain artists who are asked, who all happen to be Finnish, and even people they know don't ask them. If it's something free, they ask them, but when it's paid or there's some kind of reciprocity, they're not asked. So we have to challenge that. We have to say, well, what's your integration plan? How are you going to involve people who are there? And then from the council side, we have to take those people. We will now be responsible. Increasingly, we'll be responsible for training and education and finding employment for unemployed people. And we have to move that into employment.
Thanks for your extensive answer. I don't know, Nana, can I continue with my last set of questions?
Yes, please go ahead. And then we can go for a quick break.
Yeah, I have a pair of questions, and then perhaps I will have a last question. But the pair of questions are that first, how sure are you, all of you, how sure are you that the individual manifestos you have is supported by your parties or is supported at the party level? Secondly, how do you get your manifesto realized, especially when you know you'll be kind of dealing with different people with different ideologies from different parties who make up the municipal council, especially when you get the nod to become a municipal councillor. I would love to hear your thoughts on this.
Who's going first? Slay?
So we take the first one, and then who would like to start?
I can start. So,
right, Marcus, please go.
I know I've just spoken, but it's, how sure am I? I'm very sure, because we have a co-creative process. We were all able to comment and alter the manifesto. So our broad party manifesto for Tampere is in line with that. And then we were entitled to make our own suggestions, and the whole process from the party asking, are you going to candidate? What would you like to see? Was verified by the party. It was in accordance with the views that we have. And mine is definitely in line with that. So I'm fairly sure that the party supports the ideas that I have. Some ideas won't get realized, because if you have 100 candidates, 100 people get elected, not everything can go forward. And we are waiting to see what happens with SOTE reform. But you asked about collaboration, and that's very important. So everybody from every party who gets elected must cooperate. So I hope that we can use the media, for example, Nana TV, and other fora, so that we can meet again with those people and hold them accountable publicly. I'm in favor of liquid democracy where people are asked. So that's how I hope it will happen.
Thank you very much, Marcus. We take from Paco Diop.
Yeah, from Lukumanu, a great question once again. As Nana said earlier, I'm an activist, and you know, what we have as activists, what we do is that we don't give up, and we try to get things done. You know, my manifesto is drawn from my own values that are really personal for me, but they are also, you know, drawn from the, you know, Left Island's values. So when we are there, I cannot say, and that's why I don't have what they called Vaalit lupaus, like you promise to people things that, you know, you are not sure if you're gonna do it or not. What I'm absolutely sure is that my 10 points that are in my, you know, campaign program, I will do all my best as an activist that every point will be talked about again and again until we get them done. That's the only thing that I can say. I cannot say that, you know, as soon as I am there, you know, I will promise paradise to people. No, I cannot do that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Paco Diop. I will ask Felix. Felix, would you like to say a word or two about this question? I mean, freely. Unmute, please. Felix, please unmute. Yes, great.
First, I don't know which question I have, where I have to start, because Lukman asked so much question. And,
okay, I mean the very last one. Luke, would you like to take the question again, please?
Okay, I said that, I asked that, how do you get your manifesto realized, and does your party support your individual manifesto?
Okay.
Simply
yes,
put.
yes. My party support me because they support my idea, and I was called by the chairman of this party, who asked me to join them, to be part of Christian Democrat one, and I don't have anything like value house like Paco said, because business is like fake. You will lie for people. You will say everything what you want now because you want to get people to vote for you. Like in Africa, people show everything like for me it's like corruption or something like that. This is why I don't do it. I just said there like I want to be part of this system. I don't want to be outside. Give job for everyone. This is my first, and if now I get in, then I can show what I want to bring out. Thanks.
All right.
Thank you very much. Mahmoud Makal, please. Let's
thank
have
you very much. Thank you very much. It's very easy to sit in the room and looking for the sun is shining and promising every kind of sweet things. There are a difference between romance and between the reality. The reality we live it in Finland, there are no equal human being rights. We, as many of our even girls or boys or elders, we don't feel that we are an equal human beings. I remember all the things which is my idol is a human being was Nelson Mandela. That you can fight with words, but we need also act. In Finland, there are a lot of rules. There are a lot of talks. We have maybe hundreds or thousands of meetings until today, but there are acts. It's very little. We can't see it really in the firms. I can't see anybody from Africa's or is in the policeman or in the high position in the governments or the municipal. So there are many kind of promising, nice, sweet coffee and bolla, what they say it in Finland. But when we need to see it in the reality, there are not all the immigration have the rights or they have the chance to study in their own countries. We need to remember that there many of them, they come from wars, they come from backwards where there are no human being right for the women, for the girls. There are the very difficultly life. There are not all the immigrants, they are in the same level. When we are talking, we need to talk about Nana, we can't talk about Mahmoud. We are different person, we have different background for different needs. So what we need this kind of politics now in Finland, that we need to recognize you as a human being and looking to help you that to how you can stand on your feet, how you can feel yourself in this society, and to feel that you are a human being, you are a right human being, that you have same chance. Because sweet words, I can give it even up. I like to write, put this many, kind of songs and nice, beautiful things, words, but we need to more act. And our immigrant politics in Finland until now, I give it 3 from 5. It's not good level, and it's very hard. And we can see it now. There are a lot of problems in the schools between the foreigners school students and between the Finnish students. And this will make a very, very hard life for us also in the future. We need to be an equal human being without racism.
Right. Thank you very much. Let's hear from the ladies. Georgiana for some, please.
Thank you very much, Nana, and thank you, Idris, for this wonderful question. Actually, what I'll say is before ever joining the Center Party, Keskusta, I had to go through what they advocate, you know, and I realized that they actually go in for things that are dear to me. For instance, they were preaching or advocating equality between all. They had the elderly people at heart. Then they also had the immigrants at heart, and those are really my three main issues. As soon as I found that they had those things at heart, they became mine. I felt at home. And that's why I decided to go for Keskusta. Coming to the fact that you were asking about how I think I'm going to make it like with other councillors, you know. It's true that we are now advocating for other things. We are campaigning. Each and everyone is giving his points of views, trying to catch the votes. But the end result, at the end of the day, we must collaborate. We must work together in order to achieve great results. So I think that's not going to be a problem. We shall all ensure that this equality comes into place, even at that level, such that everyone's point of view could be heard, and together we come up with a strong and united Finland. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think Gabriela, we heard from Gabriela yet? No. Yes, please.
No, not yet. Yes, thank you for the question, and I'm really happy to answer to this because I think my manifesto is based on my own personal experience here in this country, which so many of us already mentioned that it's not an easy country for immigrants. And I would like to show this manifesto there where I'm heading to, and I would like to show a positive attitude because even though we are going through difficulties in here, at the end of the day, what we want to achieve, we can achieve if we believe in ourselves. And if on this journey, we help each other. And I believe because my party fully supports me. And I believe that with this positive attitude and knowing and seeing the problems and trying to solve the problems by their roots, we will achieve what we want and what is good for this society and for this beautiful country. So I am very, very excited. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Luku.
Yeah.
Are you satisfied?
Yeah, I still have a last question. I don't know whether we're gonna go for a break and return.
All right. Yes. So we'll take the last question after this break. We're going for a quick break. You're watching live edition of Who is Who Municipal Elections, Kaikkien Vaalit, right here on Nana TV International. We are multi-streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. So why don't you invite your friends? And we have candidates from different political parties sharing their political agenda and answering questions from us, my honorable co-host, Lukman Idris. So we're going for a quick break. When we return, we have more. And of course, viewers, your questions and your comments, I see them. I'll take them in no time. Please stay with us. We'll be right back.
Come 13 June 2021, Finland will visit the polls to elect the councillors of the municipalities, with advanced voting between 26th May and 8th June, and those living abroad between 2nd and 5th June 2021. Before going to the polls, be sure to bring an identity card to the polling station, which may be an identity card, passport, driver's license, or similar pictorial document issued by the police. If you do not have such a document, you can apply to the nearest police station for a free temporary ID card to vote. To apply for it, you need 2 passport photos up to 6 months old. On election day, you may only vote at your own polling station, that is, at the polling station indicated on the ballot paper received by you. If for some reason you have not received the notification, you can inquire about it from the election service number 0800 94770. At the polling station, this is what you have to do. 1. Present your ID to the election officer. They will look for your name on the electoral roll and give you a ballot. 2. Go to the polling booth with the ballot paper. The booth has a pen and you can check your candidate's number from the combination of candidates list on the wall of the booth. If you need help making a vote, an election assistant will assist you in the polling booth. 3. Use the pen to mark the number of the candidates you want to vote for on the ballot paper. Remember, do not write anything else on the ballot paper. 4. After marking the number on the ballot paper, fold it so that the number remains inside the fold and cannot be seen outwards. 5. With the ballot paper folded.
Welcome back from that break. Many thanks for joining us. In case you just joined us, this is you're watching the municipal elections live pre-election interview. Who is who? Kaikkien Vaalit, brought to you by Nana TV International and supported by Municipal and in collaboration with HEED and AFI Associations. Many thanks to all of you. I'll take your questions and your comments. As I said, now we're going back to my co-host, and we finished up with his questions, and then I come back with questions from Money Heli, which is yes or no. We're going to it's going to be like we're going to be in Parliament, yeah or nay. So Luku, let's do this.
Yeah, thank you very much, Nana, for the opportunity again. So my last question goes more into education. You know, there's a growing number of Muslims in Finland, and if you realize people from Somalia, people from Iraq and other kind of Middle East countries have settled here for a long time, and they've, you know, increased in numbers. And, you know, there was an uproar regarding the Islamic studies in primary schools. So what are your take on this first question? Then correspondingly, do you know how Islamic studies are arranged or organized in schools in your municipality? If they are not done right, what can you do to help? Of course, to bridge the gap and also to kind of enhance equality for these people.
Right. I would ask Paco Diop to start with this.
Yeah, well, Nana, I don't know where have you found Lukuman, but he's great, and his question, you know, Lukuman, you have question that actually activist people are really, you know, thinking about, you know, and for me, you know, in Finland, thank God, if I would say it like that, that human rights, you know, are respected. They're like written on the constitution, and I don't believe in this country one day they will forbid to women, Muslim women, to take their you know, their hijab away or something like that. That is going right now in France, unfortunately. So in that aspect, I am really happy that we are living in a country that you know, the basic human right, the human rights basic things are respected. The other thing is about, for example, young children learning, for example, Quran school. You know, I'm absolutely sure that some people do it, but it's not the municipality who is handling it. It's like the family's own decision. And you are absolutely right. I think that the municipality should put its hands on that so that they can control, not so that they can control, they can be sure that the children's rights are respected in that approach. I don't want that the children here will be taught Islam or Quran in the way that I was taught Islam and Quran, you know, where I would be beaten, or after a long day of school, when children need to play, they have 4 extra hours, you know, to study Quran. And this is not a critique, but again, as Georgiana has said, we need, these things are vital for children's future. We need, again, once again, to work together. The teachers that are giving these courses will respect also the children's right. And for them to be able to do that, they have to know, once again, what kind of education system we have in Finland. And unfortunately, unfortunately, the education system that we have in Finland is not translated in Somali, it's not translated in Persia, it's not translated in Arabic, it's only translated on one language. It's Finnish, little Swedish, and 1 page of English. And that's the problem. The parents, they don't know what kind of, system education we have here. That's why in my manifesto, it's written right there. The system education has to be translated as much, as many languages as it's possible. That's for us to go, doing something better for everyone. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Paco.
Thank you very much. I go to Gabriela Fodo. Gabriela. You are muted.
Hey, you are muted.
I'm so sorry. Thank you for the question, and thank you, Nana. So my daughter is in the local Finnish school, and as I'm not a native Finnish speaker, I can say that I also have in my agenda that point to help parents to understand better what is going on in the school and what kind of education our kids are getting, and not to mention how important it is that parents should be able to support their kids' education at home, help with the homework. And at the moment, if you don't speak the language, you cannot help the kids. But go back to the original question. I don't know much about this issue, but I know that we parents are giving some sort of, so they ask for our permission in terms of, for example, religious education. So for me, the education system is quite transparent at the moment. My daughter is in the third grade, so I am very aware of what she is learning, what they teach in the school. But I do believe that it is important to help the non-native speaker kids to integrate better to the school and inform the parents better. And I think it's maybe a little bit too much to ask to translate everything, every languages what we have. For example, in Espoo we have I don't know many languages, but for example, give people work by helping these the schools and the parents, and that would give work to those foreign nationals, for example, doing this kind of job. So there are a lot of possibilities, but I agree that it's very important to get every parent involved in the education system, to see what their kids are getting in the school.
Right. Thank you very much, Gabriela. I go to Mahmoud.
Thank you very much. It's really very important question. It is our future. The children is as a hard field. What you put in the field, you will get it in the future. If we put a good fruits, then we will get a good fruits. If we put a bad fruits, then it will be a bad fruits. So the most of our foreigners or immigrant children, they put them in Finnish school. The Finnish school system is for the Finnish people, is not for the immigrants, because many of the parents, they don't understand the language very well, that they can help or supporting their children in the school. They have the system which they're sending the letters or the information about the student. It's always be in Finnish language. I think so. It's very hard for me as a father to support my child if I don't understand the system, how it's work, how I can support my child. If I don't understand what the way that I can involve to help the school to give for my children a good education. And for example, now we have very, very few teachers or helpers in the school. They are from different backgrounds of Finnish people. The most of them, they are from Finland, and it's really very hard, and they have very, very hard system. For me, for example, I have been studying a different mathematics. It's different from the Finnish, which they are studied here in Finland. I think so. The most important, when I have a child, and I say that I want my child to have the equality human being right to study and to educate himself, they need to give me an information in the language that I understand it, that I can understand to help my child. If I don't understand it as a father, how I can give it to my children, or how I can explain for them what to do. This is the first thing. The second thing, there are they're not enough educate about how they can be a different cultures. I don't need to be a copy of the Finnish people. I don't need to be a Finnish people to copy of me. I want to be myself. There are a law, there are respect, there are a human being rights to be for all. So where is our children human being rights in the school? That's the real question. That is something now we need to work a lot of it about it. And that's need a lot of work, because I don't want to see a problems or difficulty in the future that our children, they feel themselves they are a second people here in this country. They must be an equal. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I go to Marcus. Marcus, please take the stage.
Thank you. The first thing I would say is that you all should be a Lukmano Idrisu. You should ask questions to us. We are candidates now, and we will be elected, and we will be your councillors. We are to serve you and represent you. If you don't come to us, we don't know that there are issues. We're not sure what the issues are. We have to kind of guess. And that's what many of us are doing now. That's why we seem to have dodged the question. The question was very direct. It was about Islam in schools and what should happen. And it's a big topic in all of Europe. My own view is, if we're going to have different forms of Christianity as education and a secular form, I think it's kind of an ethics, it's called, and I have no problem with, if there's enough numbers, the same thing happening with Islam. I think France has a good system where they vet the people who are teaching it to make sure they're not encouraging extremism or breaking the law, so it's in line with mainstream Islam. So I think that's a good process to go. I just want to correct one thing that some people seem to have given the impression, that you cannot get services in other languages. Well, in Tampere, you certainly can. My son goes to an English-speaking school. I can write and do all the administration in English, and he follows the Finnish curriculum translated into English. So it's the same curriculum. My daughter goes to a German-speaking school, and the same thing applies there. So they have Finnish and English and Finnish and German respectively. And in this city, we also have Swedish. We also have, I believe, Russian, and we've had some other languages where this has been offered. The council web pages have, I think, 10 different languages that you can select. Now, we're a big city, so in smaller municipalities, that may not apply. I would like to see the same service languages that we can offer children. If there's 6 children that want to learn a language, they can have a teacher. I would like to see the same process of trying to offer services in other languages. I realize there's a cost if we offer absolutely everything at a high standard. So I would limit it a little bit. And in our manifesto, we ask for English to be a service language, because most immigrants have some level of English. They may have something else.
No, not all. Not all.
Well, I think Mahmoud does not agree with you on that, but
No.
thank you so much. Thank you very much. I'll go to Georgiana Forza, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Nana and Idrisu. This is another tough question. Actually, what I would say is that Islam is suffering from no other issue than the language barrier. I'll start at the teachers level. We have very few teachers for that. I could say 12 or 24 teachers per 8,000 Islamic students. That's not going to work. We all know that people speaking languages other than Finnish find it very difficult to get into teachers training schools. That is certain. How do we then want to train the teachers, the teachers for Islam? That's where we should start. We should start by correcting that at that level. Next, the Finnish law says or permits the teachers to teach a religion without acknowledging it. It doesn't work. You must be for that religion or must follow that religion in order to be able or know it. So according to the Finnish law, you can be teaching a religion, can be teaching something which you don't acknowledge. For me, I think it's kind of complicated there, because you really need to acknowledge something to be able to teach it wholeheartedly. If not, it's not really going to work smoothly. So I think that the first correction should be at the level of the teachers training. If you're speaking another language, if you're speaking Islam, for instance, you should also have easy access into the teachers training colleges, like those who speak Finnish. You shouldn't be obliged to maybe go and be attending it just in Finnish. You won't be practicing the Islamic, or you won't be practicing the other languages. So I think that's where our problem lies.
That's why you councillors come in to lobby and then, for instance, kind of champion these kind of causes to, get to the right people to then kind of make a decision on that. So these are the reason why these kind of questions are raised. It doesn't have to be Islam alone, other minority religions as well.
Right.
So that like there will be that equality and then kind of a level playground for everyone.
Absolutely, I agree with you on that. So I go to Felix. Felix, what would you have to say about this?
First, I can give one example first before I give my solution. Last year, before Corona, in school where I was like assistant, there was like two boys who come from some Arab country, and for them to pray is like the first thing what they have to do. And what we do, I go to speak with my boss, and I ask if because they just arrived and they have this war things who stress them so much, and for them when they arrive here it's like a peace country where they are arrived. So they want to pray every day. So I arrange this for them. That means like a Finnish country are not. So if the community sit down with the government or with the municipality and they agree something or the hours when they can put those things together, maybe this can work at school also. And for the language, I can say like this I don't know her name, who speak about the English of the child. Me, I speak French, and I want also like my child also go to or for them someone speak French at school. But we are in some country where you have everything. If you ask, so those guys have it's not the same thing. Like here now we are talking about the religion, and you can put religion with language together at same level. So this why I put my hand on top because I'm not agree with my friend who talk about the English language at school because English are everywhere and it's popular language everywhere we can speak, but this religion language is another thing.
Thank you very much, Felix, for your input there. Look, Manu.
Yeah.
You're done, brother.
Yeah, thanks very much for the opportunity. And I
so
love
much.
the interactions and all the answers they've given. I believe residents who are watching could deduce from the answers they've given and then at least make the right decision as far as their intentions are concerned. Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much. Now we've gotten to one of the most important reasons why we are here, the candidates are here. Their numbers came out yesterday. So it's very, very important that the viewers, the masses, get to know the right numbers, because when you get to the polling booth, you wouldn't find their names. It's the numbers you're going to see at the right polling station. So I think it's very, very important that we get to promote their numbers, of course, so that the masses will get to know who and who to vote for come 13th of June, or early voting starting 26th of this month. So I would want to start. This is where the candidates will solicit for votes. So why should we vote for you? So this is where you start with your name, your municipality, your party, and your number, and you tell us why we should vote for you. So I want to start with Gabriela. Gabriela, please take the stage. This is the moment. Take it as this is your final, last campaign ever you're going to get before that day. Speak to the masses. They are listening. They're watching. Let us feel you. Let us know why we should go out there and vote for you. First, your name, your municipality, your party, and most importantly, your number. Please, let's go.
Thank you, Nana. So my name is Gabriela Fodor in Espoo from Kokomus Party, and my number is 671, so 671. And the reason why I'm here and why I would like you to vote for me, because I know the problems. I have been gone through many of these problems, and I have many solutions for this. And my past has proven that, because I achieved what I wanted. And I want everybody to feel the same. I want people to feel happy and settled in this country, because without that, we cannot live together in peace. So I want everybody to vote for me, because I want to listen to the people and I want to help them to feel the same. I want to help them to feel happy and settled in Finland. It's a nice country. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So you heard from Gabriela for the Kokomus Party in Helsinki, right?
Espoo.
Espoo, sorry, Espoo. Yes, Gabriela for Espoo, Kokomus, and as you heard her number, she put her number out there. So thank you very much, Gabriela. I would go for ladies first. So Georgiana first, and permit me, gentlemen, I'm a lady. Let me give it to the ladies first. Georgiana, let's go.
Thank you, Nana. I am Georgiana Fossang from the Center Party known as Keskusta. My voting number is 408, as in 408. I don't know if you see it well, but 408. That's the winning number. In short, that's the long-awaited number. That's the number you all need to have whatever you want to happen. Vote for me. I'm bold. Trust me, whatever I preach, I will do my best to ensure we apply it if I am voted. I know how to touch doors. I'm not scared. In as much as I'm not doing anything wrong, anything against the law, I am marching forward. And I trust and I believe in the future. I believe better things lie ahead. I am the voice of the voiceless. With me, you are rest assured. Thank you, Nana.
Thank you very much.
Is your number.
Thank you very much, Georgiana, for the Greens Party, Vanta, with her number 408. So I move on. Let me go to Tampere. Marcus Pez is waiting.
Indeed. Can you guess my number? There it is, 115. So I'm Marcus Pets 115 in Tampere, and I'm standing for the Greens, Vehria. So please vote for me, and I will be your candidate, and then I will be your councillor, and then you must come and knock on my door and shout when you want things doing, though I will try and do what's in our manifesto and what I've been saying tonight, which is practical solutions to problems. I too have been in immigrant situation of being unemployed or feeling discriminated against. I have children here, so I'm living in Finland. I think it's a great country. I agree with everyone here that we can make it better, but this is the municipal elections, not the government elections. So we are also about your services, your trash being taken away, your roads working, and your trams being built. So vote for me to have good governance, and I'll do my best.
Right. Thank you very much. And I know the viewers are listening very, very attentively. So still in Tampere, I'll go for Mahmoud Makau. Please take the stage.
Thank you very much again. My name is Mahmoud Mashal. I am a candidate on the list of the Social Democratic Party in Tampere, which is called SDB shortly. My voting number is 207. I am a candidate for a human being right. It's the time now when the immigrant that we stand on our feet and to take care also of ourselves and this society where we are living. We are until now we feel ourselves that we are in second levels here of this society, and now is the time that we are stand also to our rights. I want that we can take care about elders, about weakness, about people who can't take care about themselves, to help the people that they can stand on their feet. I want to see the immigrant women and men to be in the governments, to be in the police, to be everywhere, and to feel that we are an equal human being right. I don't care what kind of religion that you have. It's your and your God, between you and between your God, but our humanity it must be the first level and the peace must be the last level. So it's the time now that migrants to stand on our feet and to say that we are here, we have minds, not only that we are numbers, we are also a human being, and that we have the right and we want to build for ourselves, for our families, and to be a part of this country. And that's why I hope that you support me and I will be your voice. And the first thing, no racism and to be equal for everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mahmoud Mashal. That's the name, Mashal. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you can say it Mashal or Makal. It's your choice.
All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank everybody who has been here.
Yeah. Right. Thank you. Let's go to Felix.
Thank you. You guys see these 3, 4.
Okay.
And code there. And so so why you guys should vote for me? First is I want like become part of this system. We are there where they make the decision of near of us. And secondly is to open door for us, also or for everyone to be for the small entrepreneur to get their voice also in the municipality. And 3 is like because now I'm disability, I can't work anymore like normal in agriculture. But this is why I have to fight for those guys who have everything, okay, they can work, they can get job here, because it's not fair to be here, learn language, and after this, you have to sit down at home and waiting for Kela or something like that. And people go to somewhere to bring workers here and they work for unfair money. And this is not fair for me or for anyone. So if you vote for me, this is part of the things what I want to do. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Felix. Yes, great one. So now let me take you to let's create our own parliament. At this point, I have questions from Monihel, which is yes or no questions, and I believe most of you are familiar. Paco, sorry. Oh my God. I forgot Paco. Forgive me. Paco, please. Please.
You are just talking about the human being rights, and the Paco now we lived it.
but I trust Nana, and I like Nana's energy, so no worries about that. Well,
please, let's hear.
My name is Paco Job, and my number is 273. I represent, Left Alliance, which is called Vasemisto. And here in Turku is it Turun Vasemisto. Why someone should vote for me? I stand, as Mahmoud said, I stand for human rights, regardless our skin color, regardless of our religion, regardless of our sexual orientation. I stand for human basic rights. And for me, these elections are the time for us to vote for the change that we need. And those changes won't happen unless in the decision rooms we are being represented. In the decision room, it's very important that people white people, black people, people from Asia, anyone should be represented, or at least their voice should be represented there. And we are seeing today in this debate where we are talking, Marcus and I, we even though we have a lot of ideas in common, but we have also ideas that we see things in a different way. You know, it depends on how. It's about our skin color, unfortunately, Marcus. You are in the society that, unfortunately, from your skin color, you are more privileged than the black people. And these are facts that we need to know and acknowledge. That's why, if you are in Turku, please vote for Paco Job. If you are in Finland, please vote for Vasemisto, because we are for human basic rights. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Paco Job from Turku Vasemisto. Yeah, that's Left Alliance. So now we're going, permit me, I'm rushing off because of time. Let me take the yes or no questions from Maneli. And this is how it's going to go. When I read the question and you agree or say yes, you give me yeah. If you don't agree, you go like no. Do we understand? Are we ready?
Yeah.
It's a Finnish language. Yeah, that's okay.
All right, so let's have our own parliament here. So the first question, if you are ready, the first question, municipalities must invest in the integration and employment of immigrants. Yes or no? If it's yes, give me
yes. A big yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
definitely.
Right, so we all have yeah. All right, so moving on. In the future, municipal services should be increasingly outsourced to private companies. Yeah or nay?
Nay.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this well. I want to take the yeah first, and if you are for nay, you wait, and we take it. So I take the question again. In the future, municipal services should be increasingly outsourced to private companies. If you are for yeah, give me yeah. If it is no, give me no.
No.
All right.
Nobody
Thank you very much.
No.
Okay. So third, it is better to increase taxes than cut municipal services. It is better to increase taxes than cut municipal services. If you are for it, say yeah.
Yes.
If you are for it, say yeah. If you are against, say no.
No.
Okay, so Gabriela is for no. Okay, right. So number 4, schools should include more multicultural education. If you agree, say yeah. All right. If you don't, say no.
No different education.
No. All right. Number 5, immigrants have more benefits than disadvantages in Finland. If you are for yes, say yeah.
Can you repeat?
Yeah.
Let me repeat it. Immigrants have more benefits than disadvantages in Finland. If you agree to this, give me yeah. If you are against, give me no.
No.
I think no.
Okay.
To chip in, if I understand correctly, Nana is trying to say that immigrants have more advantages than disadvantages.
Yes.
So is it yes or
No, definitely no.
No.
You mean immigrants are? So you want to say immigrants are a liability to Finland?
Yeah.
Ability or non-ability?
No. What Nana asks is that does immigrants
have
add more value, or like add more value to Finland or not? That's what he wants to say.
More value.
Yeah.
No, I don't understand the question very well.
No.
Finish looking for us.
Immigrants have more benefits than advantages in Finland? Like, I think what Manuel is trying to say, does immigrants have more like benefits like Kela and those things done? You know, the locals.
Yeah, we do.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I wouldn't say yes.
Yeah,
No,
I don't
no,
think
no,
so.
no.
You know.
Oh, Nana, you should let us express our minds.
No.
I'm choking. I'm
Yes, that
choking,
would
you
be nice.
know.
Right.
Because the Finnish,
Nana,
because the
this is a
immigrants, they're
very
giving too
important
much
question.
also.
You know?
They give them
Okay,
their
okay.
own
So
life.
let's pause.
Yeah.
Let's pause here. I can see that you all want to have something to say with this particular question. So I'm going to give you a few seconds, 10 seconds each to answer or to react to this question. So I start with Gabriela.
So
If it's yes, why? If it's no, why?
If I understood well, you mean that immigrants are getting more Kela benefits than the local population?
Yes, that kind of benefits, yeah.
Even though I don't know the numbers, but I know that this is not true, because the local population also, there are segments that are getting Kela benefits. I would not blame the immigrants getting more benefits than the locals, but of course, within immigrants, there is a big part of immigrants who are getting benefits because they cannot start their working life in Finland. And that's what we want to tackle down and want to help them to come out of this situation.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a no from Gabriela. I take it. Paco Diop, what do you say from your end?
Absolutely no. Absolutely a big no. And first of all, I must say the question is very weird. In the sense that the question is, you know, it's, I don't feel good that to hear that, because now we are trying to say that the immigrant situation is good. It's not good. It's not even close to be good, you know. And I mean, even though they are in that kind of situation, we have to ask ourselves why they are in those kind of situation. So this question is really, it's a weird question.
It's weird. Thank you very much. Paco thinks no, and you know, weird question kind of way. Felix, what do you think? No, yay or no?
No. Big no.
Because
like Paco said, we can put both of them in and we doesn't have evidence who show us like those one get more than, or they have more tests than another, and this is like no.
Right. Thank you very much. No from Felix. Mahmoud,
it's
what
really
do you say?
an human being question, because they try to give this kind of picture in Finland that we are second level of a human being, that we are just sitting at home and just eating and drinking and just looking for nice thing, and we don't do nothing, and there are nothing from us, or we can't help the society. And this really, I feel very angry about this question. Why? 1 second, please, if you please, Nana. Because in the media, they give this kind of picture that the most of the foreigners, they are very lazy, and just we have no mind, we have no will to work and to help ourselves and our families and to be as a really a human being rights. And that's really feel me very bad. Because now I what will do with this if you you know how you say the money of in Finland euros, what I can do with this euro, a few euros? I am not an animal, I'm a human being, and I have a future for myself and for my family. So please stop this kind of thinking about us. It's really very hurt me very much.
I'm sorry about that. It hurt your feelings, but I go to.
No, I don't mean you. I mean in general. They say
understand.
About it. Yeah, not you.
I
not
understand.
you particularly.
I mean, we all can agree with that. Thank you very much. Marcus, please.
You said benefits versus disadvantages.
Right.
I would say, yes, there's more benefits because we have a safe society. We have a social safety net at some level. We have healthcare. We have good education system. So those are big benefits that we have in Finland as immigrants. The disadvantages, yes, we do have racism, and yes, we do have some discrimination, but it's not the level that you would have in some countries. Nobody fears for their life being killed as an immigrant.
They do. Sorry, they do.
So? You think
they
so?
do.
Right.
Yeah, they
do. Okay.
From my perspective, it's as a general level, not.
Yeah.
But maybe there's some cases I would concede.
Okay, Georgiana.
Yeah, thank you very much, Nana. I think we really do have more advantages than disadvantages. I just want to be real. As an immigrant, I take an example from myself. The truth is, as compared to maybe where we are coming from, I know we many immigrants come from many countries, but we know what it takes, what it is. We are here, we are so sure of our health care. You come as an immigrant with no paper, you are well taken care of, you have at least what to eat, you have a nice place to stay, you know your health is assured. We have babies here all the time. We at least have some form of assistance. I know we have disadvantages, but trust me, the advantages should not be ignored. And I'll still go for the fact that we are enjoying. I would say, as I would say, I take my example, and I know it happens to many others. We are enjoying here. We are doing this. We are secured. You can work out at any time at night. You know, if you're poor, you do not have money, Kela will assist you. Come on, who is going to assist you? Say, for instance, in Africa, who will assist you? No one will assist you. You will work for it. But here in Finland, you will get at least something to feed you and your family. Thank you.
Right, thank you very much. I think if we continue this topic, we will go round.
We are not in Africa. We are not in Africa. We are in Finland.
Yeah, and we are not a bit. We are a human being. We are not a bit. We are not a bit. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Has something to say. So we'll try to get that right. Right, so we have two more questions, and then we call it an eventful event. I would say municipalities should guarantee healthcare for paperless people. Yeah, or no?
Yeah.
Thank you. And then lastly, finish is the necessary prerequisite for employment in Finland. Yeah, or nay?
Yes.
I'm like this. Because necessary is an obligation. It should not be an obligation. It's a good tool, but it should not be an obligation. That's why I said like this.
Yeah. Right. So thank you very much. We'll be candidates for the future for Kokomus, for Green, for SDP, Keskusta, Left Alliance. Thank you, everyone. For Christian Democrats, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining this special event organized by Nana TV, supported by Moniheli and in collaboration with HEED and Affairs Association. Many thanks to my co-host. But before I give my conclusion, I would also like to hear from my co-host, your conclusion for today's event. Luku.
Yeah, it has been a very interesting event, and then we've had like insights from all the panelists or maybe the candidate. But I just wanted to end by kind of giving a summary of the survey I did on the perception of immigrants in the municipal election. So perhaps I'll share it for them to have an insight and use that too. Yeah, so like for instance, my survey revealed that almost half of the overall respondents are unaware whether they qualify to vote or not. So I just wanted to know if they educate immigrants about their right to vote and so on. Similarly, the survey also found that 67.3% have never voted, and the reasons are that they are unaware or they lack interest, which was a very strong reason. People qualify, but they lack the interest to vote. So it was also revealed that 8.9% of respondents have never been approached by the candidates. So I think these are some of the kind of problems that immigrants residents are facing, that they don't get approached by the candidate to talk about what they want to do and to even know their plight. Again, the last two is respondents raised questions like they said they do not feel part of the decision-making process of the municipality. So these are concerns I believe all of you are internationals. You'll try to address and kind of champion such cause to let their voice and their interest and decisions kind of be felt in the municipality. So these are the insights I have from my survey, and I like to share with you. And thank you very much for you all joining.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate
Thank you. And good luck, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Awesome one. Thank you so much, Luku, for sharing that with us. So my co-host has been Luke Manudrisu joining us from Vasa. So our candidates today has been from alphabetical order. I've had the privilege to have Felix Ajay, and his number is 634. 634 from the Christian Democrats. 634 for Felix. Vanta, to be precise, the municipality, and this candidate number is 634. I also have Gabriela Fodo, and the number is 671, representing Kokomus from Espo. So 671, Gabriela, 671, that had candidate's number, Kokomus and Espo municipality. I also had Georgiana Forsang, and her candidate's number is 408. 408 for Georgiana Forsang from Keskusta Vanta. Keskusta Vanta, Georgiana Forsang, 408 is the candidate number. So please take notes as I am reading. Mahmoud Makal, all the way from Tampere, for SDP, his number is 207. 207 for Mahmoud Makal or Mashal, however you want
both
to
of them,
it.
they are right. Both of them, they are right.
Yes, for the Social Democratic Party for Tampere. So please make sure you go out in your numbers to vote. Marcus Betts also with the number 115. 115 Tampere for the Green Party. Tampere for the Green Party. The number is 115. Make sure to vote for Marcus also. And then last but definitely not the least, Paco Diop, and with the candidate's number 273. 273 for the Left Alliance in Turku. Turku. So if you are in Turku, you're watching, vote for Paco Diop with the number 273 for a better Turku with the Left Alliance for you. So thank you so much. If you want to vote for Nana, my number is 000.
We will vote for you. Yeah. I give you my voice.
I would vote for Nana.
My number is 000. But anyways, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. I wish I could.
Thank you so much.
I wish I could read all the comments and the questions. Time is of essence. I can't do that, but we see it all and we'll respond to them later. Thank you very much. Thank you to Moniheli. Thank you to Afais. Thank you to Heed for holding it down for us as well. And of course, I know I have not discussed it with my director, but I'm sure that he would very much agree with this. Usually on Sundays is my off duties. I don't appear on screens except it's emergency or a matter of urgency. So, but because the numbers came very, very late, and I know some of the candidates that appeared on Who is Who from March, it's been a long time. So I would want to give my free time to these candidates. If you want to be featured tomorrow, 5, I would like to feature you also. So please DM me if you want to be featured and we promote your number. I would like to do that. This is bonus for you all. I'm not sure if I could do this again, but if you have been here already, please don't come again. Those who have not had the opportunity, I'm sure myself and the team would agree that we want to do as part of our social responsibility. We would want to do this for the rest of the candidates also. Let's promote your numbers that were launched only yesterday. So let's do this. If you're really interested, please, I give it from now to 9 p.m. Let me know, DM me, and if you want to be featured, I would come tomorrow 5 and sit with you and let's do this together. We are all in this together. So many thanks to everyone. My director, thank you so much. I know you would agree with this. I didn't discuss this, but I feel like we should do this for the rest of the candidates. Many thanks to all work to be. Thank you very much.
Remember, you are very
Thank you,
important,
everybody.
and your voice is very important. Remember that. Thank you.
Thank you to our to-be candidates, our honorable to be, our councillors to be. Please make sure you vote for
Let's
all of
do
them.
it together. Yeah.
Yes,
we'll
they
do
are
it.
wonderful. And
Thank you,
please,
Third Estate.
this is I would like to say this. Nana TV International, we disassociate ourselves from any political party. You know, those of you trying to link us, to attach us to, you know, political parties. No. We are a media house, and we do not associate ourselves with any particular political party. We work with availability. Whoever is available, whoever believes in the voice, the change that we are trying to make with our media space, we give them the opportunity. If 1,000 Kokomus come, I will sit with them. If 1,000 SDP come, I will give them the opportunity. If Christian Democrats come, I will give them the opportunity. If all the political parties, they come as they believe in us, we will give them the platform. So please don't associate with us and don't attack us. Don't come to our DM and attack us anymore. I will not be nice this time. Or next time you do that, you will see the other side of me. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, all our viewers. Thank you to my producer.
You've done a very good job. Thank you very much.
Good luck, everybody. Good luck.
Thank you, the champion of democracy.
We can do it
Luck,
together.
everyone.
Yeah.
See you all as councillors.
Yeah, let's work together at the other side.
Yes, see you guys.
See you.
Go to the election officer in charge of the ballot box. They will stamp your ballot. 6. You will then drop the stamped ballot paper into the ballot box. You can then leave the polling station. Pretty simple. Remember, on the election day, the polling stations are open between 9 a.m. and 8 p.m. Also remember to follow the COVID-19 safety guidelines for voters as instructed by the Ministry of Justice. Note, voting is not only a